Today, we're going through The Power of Awareness, and I've gone over this book previously, but I think it's another time to bring it up because I've talked in depth about Neville Goddard. I've talked about his entire collected works, but I really just want to emphasize this book because if you pick up this book, you don't need to pick up any of the other ones. All the other ones are just a supplement to this because this has everything you need inside of it to live out your dreams. And the truth about Neville Goddard is his philosophy is much different than everything else. His philosophy is that the Bible is not just a historical book, it's also a philosophical, and it's almost a guide to using your higher faculties. And with this in mind, he takes Bible quotes, he takes scripture, and he shows how throughout history people have done these things. People have achieved tremendous things through their operative power, through consciousness, through creativity, through imagination. And it's his belief that when we talk about Jesus Christ as the Lord, we talk about the creation force of the world. We talk about our imagination because everything has to be formed twice. It has to be first thought of, it has to be then reflected in reality. And we oftentimes like to disconnect these things. We oftentimes like to attribute great things to luck, attribute great things to whatever, higher power, whatever spiritual forces, mere circumstance, all of these things. But the truth is, before anything happens, you have to first think it. And think of our thoughts all day. Our thoughts all day are so negative. They're so detrimental to our overall well-being. They're detrimental to our finances. They're always worrying about the next bill. They're always worrying about the next thing. And what about this has gotten you the results you want? What about this has put you in the right path? And this is why, to me, Neville Goddard is just so interesting because he takes the perspective that we have control of our lives, and the reason why we're in our current situations is because we have assumed these current circumstances. The way we have thought that the states of feeling that we've persisted in have really manifested in us not having all the money we should have, not having all the things we should have. And when you start to understand that if you just assume that you already have whatever it is that you're looking for, that is the first step to getting it, then we can actually start making progress. Then we can actually start making results. Whether you think it's something mystical, whether you think it's just getting into that state of mind, getting into that flow state and being able to have those ideas, thinking from that perspective that's going to get you there, that's when we can start to argue. That's when we can start to disagree. But I really think you should just pick up this book for the fact of you've gone your entire life thinking a certain way. Why not change it? Why not try something new? Why not try one of the most inspiring aspects of any part of life? Like truly, I've studied so many things. I've studied so many different philosophies, and I have to say this is the most inspiring one because this one shows that you have the operative power of your life. You have the ability to shift. You have the ability to change your consciousness, and it all starts from you. We have descended from God, so that means we can also ascend. Like Jesus said that everyone can do what I did. And that's just basically telling you that you can create your reality, you can shape your world. And even if you don't believe in Jesus, it's the same thing. We all are blessed with the imagination. We all are blessed with these higher faculties. And, we can look at people like Edison, like Tesla, like Einstein, like any other great genius who has just done something tremendous, and we can attribute it to just natural talent, or we can attribute it to them being in touch with their higher faculties. Neville Goddard would literally tell you that Einstein probably understood his laws because what Einstein would do is he would fall asleep, he would have a fork in his hand, and as he's falling asleep, the fork would drop, it would land on a plate, wake him up, and in that sleepy state, in that state between conscious and unconscious, this is where the greatest ideas come from. And this is a lot of Neville Goddard's ideas. And one thing I will leave you on is I will leave you with the basics of this book simply for that. I know that most people aren't going to actually pick up this book. Most people aren't going to be inspired enough to, spend the $10 to actually transform their life, to actually change the path, to change the path of their family, to basically rewrite your entire script, rewrite your entire destiny. Like most people are going to do this. So I will give you the law of assumption in a few minutes. I will explain everything you need to know, and hopefully this inspires you to pick up this book, but at the very least, you get the gist of it. And the law of assumption is that if you assume that you are already at that end state and persist in that feeling state, persist and imagine and really just feel yourself in all of these different scenarios, make it so real that your senses are just denying everything around you. And when you can paint an image in your head that's so real that you can't tell the difference, this is when it is going to be reflected into reality, because the mind doesn't understand the difference between reality and imagination. And when we can start to enter into these states and start to fall asleep in these states, this is when we're going to wake up into a new world, because at the very least, you're impressing your subconscious with a new sense of self, with a new sense of confidence, with a new sense that you can accomplish anything. And who doesn't want to go into this world with more confidence? Who doesn't want to go into this world knowing that they can achieve whatever it is that they're looking for? And I'm telling you, it's not even the mystical elements of it. It's also just the overall mindset that you can build from this practice. And you know what? I haven't won the lottery yet, but my mind has gotten so much stronger. My mind has gotten so much sharper, and it all starts from focusing your attention all day long. Focusing your attention as you're falling asleep in the desired states. And I'm telling you, watch my videos 3 months ago before I started studying this stuff. Watch my videos today. They're a million times better simply for the fact that I fall asleep in the state that I've already accomplished everything I want. I fall asleep in the state that I have millions of views. I fall asleep in the state knowing I don't have to get a job, knowing I don't have to watch what I say, knowing I don't have to, curtail certain messages, curtail certain beliefs, because I don't worry about getting a job. I don't worry about anything. I'm financially independent. I am financially free. I don't need to worry about these things. And maybe that's not the case, but in my mind, I'm denying the truth. And until I persist in this long enough, until it feels natural, until all of these things me saying feels like it's actually true, I will be separated, but that's the only thing separating me. And before I go, I basically gave you guys the gist of it. There's a ton of more techniques, so either watch my other videos, ask me questions, join my Discord, some way get in contact with me, pick up these books. But the last thing I'll go with is, if you're really struggling to imagine things before you go to bed, as you're getting really tired, just think of your day in reverse. So imagine yourself getting into bed. Imagine yourself brushing your teeth. Imagine yourself eating dinner, watching my videos, doing whatever you did throughout the day up until you're getting out of bed. And over time, this is going to develop your ability to imagine. Over time, this is going to develop that ability to persist in these higher states of consciousness. And the more you can do it, the more you can rewrite your destiny. I'm telling you, I'm just scratching the surface with the potential of these things. I'm really just starting to explore just the baseline level of what this can do to you, and it's already changed my life. Like, I feel like a completely different person every single day I wake up. Every single day, I'm closer and closer to who I want to be. And the more we can fall asleep in these states, the more we can fall asleep knowing that what we want is just separated by a mindset shift. Like, that is how we get out of our current situation. That is how we get into the situation that we've always wanted. So I love all you guys. Please pick up this book. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to break down all the chapters, I think that might be something really fun to do as well. So please let me know, because the chapters are really short, so we could even just read them all, like all the pages. The chapters are like 2 to 3 pages each. So we can literally go through the main points of all of them. Like, if I go back and highlight, then we can really go through the main points. So please let me know if you want that, because yeah, it's easy content to make, easy videos, and I think it'll be very useful. So again, love all you guys. If you want more from me, my school community is free right now. One of the things I'm going to add very soon is the law of assumption. I have law of attraction in there already. I have diet. I have a fitness course. I have a bunch of courses in there. I think I have 11 right now. That's just going to keep expanding, keep growing. I want to get it up to like 50 so that I can really just be like, yeah, I don't need to add anymore. But right now, there's like just so much stuff I want to add. So if you want to be part of that, especially when it's free, I would join that right now, because eventually it will be paid. On top of that, I have a Discord. Go ahead, join that. Get updates on when I stream. Get updates on videos I think a lot of people should watch. Suggest ideas. I think it's just a really great place to cultivate, and a really great place to get to know you guys. So if that sounds interesting to you, please check out those links. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, consider sticking around. If you like this, I know you're gonna like the other stuff I do. So again, peace out, love all you guys. And remember, if you're gonna pick up one book by Neville Goddard, it's this one. And I really, really urge you to just pick up this book if you ever pick up a book from me, because this one might be the most influential. This one might have the most power to change your life if you actually apply these things. And every book that you read about law of attraction, law of assumption, all of these things, like, I don't think they go far enough into the details, because Think and Grow Rich is a great book. It really is. Like this is one of the best books ever written, but I don't think it gives you the specifics. I think it just puts you down the path of self-discovery, puts you down the path that can maybe lead you to the right direction, but this book has all of the solutions. It has all the answers, and it is something that I'm probably going to study for years upon years upon years upon years, and I just can't wait to see what I discover, because every time you read a book, you learn something new from it. And I literally, before I went through this video, I went through every single chapter, really just skimmed it, and I'm just so inspired to, fall asleep tonight in that desired state, fall asleep knowing that I already have what I wish to be. And yeah, now I'm just ranting, so I'll say it again. Love all you guys. Peace out. See you in the next one.